Alrighty.
Must have time to gather my will.
So, I just give me 1 second here. Okay, so I am doing a bit of a build guide for Divine Ire Totems. For people who are not currently live with me, this is mostly for you. So, we're going to get started with the path tree. I definitely started as a Templar, when Hierophant, for the obvious totem buffs. Now clearly you definitely want to go the +1 totem, duration, speed for placement, because placement speed is amazing for totems. It's just really annoying to not have it. 5% more damage is obviously very good. Fortunately I only have up to 6 totems at the moment. It's still a decent chunk of damage extra. The mana regen is great, mostly because of Mind Over Matter, which you will definitely be taking for this build. Along with Mind Over Matter, you're going to go Divine Guidance. Divine Guidance is going to help you scale it even further, so you'll take even less damage over time. And obviously, along with all of that, mana regen is definitely a good thing to get, just to keep yourself going and making sure you don't have to actually pay for your totems very much, because they're not going to cost much of anything, because Divine Ire Totems are technically a channeling spell, and channeling totems don't really cost much to cast out, which is great. Beyond that, there is one jewel I'm going to talk about real quick, and that is one that makes this kind of really amazing. The Self-Flagellation. This jewel will help you get that extra damage in. You will be self-cursing for specifically your Soul Mantle. Soul Mantle allows you to have a level 20 spell totem just on the chest piece, which is why you want a 6-link, so you'll have technically a 7-link spell. But unfortunately, whenever one of your totems dies, you get a hex on you, which is a curse. And that sucks. But we can also negate that with our helmet here. Now, you have hexproof, but only if you have a magic ring in your right slot, which sucks, because then you're very limited. I just use life and get the 1 frenzy because of more damage and cast speed. I will get more into the gear later on. Going back to the path tree, we definitely want cast speed, mana regen, life, always good. I also went through this little circle here, which gives you a bunch of stuff per power charge, which you're going to be maxed out because of your ascendancy. So mine as well. Just grab the extra power charge, mostly because of the increased spell damage per power charge. Mine as well. More mana regen. This I grabbed just because it's a specific lightning damage. Helps. It's only 2 points extra. It gives it a little extra. Plus the lightning resistance is pretty nice. This is just more life, mana, resistance, strength and dex. You know, you're definitely going to need dexterity for some things. Definitely grab quick recovery, because more life, more mana is always a good thing, not to mention regen. I went a little bit of a roundabout way, mostly because of Shaper, and obviously the definite good life nodes near the bottom. When you're getting life mastery, you're pretty much gonna grab all of them, except for 2 of them, which not very good for the build. If you really want your the life recovery from flask when on low life, if you find yourself having that a lot, go for it. I doubt you're gonna have that problem, because if you're gonna die, you're probably gonna get like pretty much one shot. This is not a node you need to get, mind you. Iron Will is good if you have a lot of strength. We don't really have a lot, but it does give a little extra damage. This is just a filler point. For any other kind of jewels, you're definitely just gonna want damage to spells. Fizz damage is usually the best, but only because it scales better, because we're converting all of our fizz damage to lightning, just to get the most out of our elemental damage. From there, you also want to get some armor. More life regen is always good. We are using a shield, so might as well get Sanctuary, which is definitely a great node to grab. Glancing Blows is one of the best, and I just grabbed the Timeless nodes because, well, more life is always good. Making our way up here, you're definitely going to grab Instinctual Bond. You don't need any other spells to do any damage whatsoever. You're a full totem build. Nothing else matters. While you're up here, I've grabbed this. Some people will probably tell you it's not necessary. It probably isn't. I still grabbed it, but mostly for the Totem Mastery, which you want to get the taunting. The taunt helps so much, like ridiculous amounts. Even if it is only a second. A second is a long time. I went for the mana reservation efficiency. It allows you to be able to survive longer with your mind over matter. It definitely helps for your auras to cost less, especially when some of them cost 50%, and that kind of sucks. Just grab the 50% mana reservation efficiency of skills, because why wouldn't you? We're gonna make our way down. I grabbed these mostly because of the resistance and just extra damage. Unfortunately, the crit strike chance for spells isn't really what we're looking for unless you decided to go more crit for the build, which you absolutely can. If you do go crit for the build, you're going to want to get Shaman's Domination. But that's all dependent. That's a different build for me. I decided not to go crit. I wanted to go more stable damage rather than potential burst damage. I did go through this elemental node area, mostly because of the 50% elemental, and you get the 5% of physical as extra lightning. And the damage penetration is really freaking nice. You can't go wrong. Definitely just grab the 10% physical damage as an extra random element, because why not? You're technically a full fizz for the skill gem, so you might as well get the extra physical. Extra damage is always something you want to go for, just because it's extra rather than additive. It's multiplicative, so you're going to get the full damage out of it rather than just an extra 10%. It's hard to explain, but as long as you understand that extra damage is always better over increased. Although you definitely want some increased, but you're going to get a lot of increased from your self-flagellation jewel, so you don't have to worry. There, that is pretty much your full path tree. Give me 1 second.
must have time to gather my
Sorry,
wealth.
getting messages from a buddy. So I'm going to quickly go over my gear that I currently have. Currently I have a pretty neat wand, which the implicit gives extra spell, or, added lightning damage to spells, which just straight added damage is always good. Granted, it's just straight lightning, but we don't need physical damage to spells. That's kind of hard to get most of the time. Beyond that, you definitely want the +1 level to lightning spell gems. Always good, especially for pretty much any build. You just want to get the +1 levels. +1 levels to gems past level 20 is insane. It helps ridiculously amounts in the overall scaling of things. For specific builds I already talked about, you need Soul Mantle. Soul Mantle will give you the curses to get you the extra damage that you want, plus a 7 link if you can get a 6 link Soul Mantle. Unfortunately, it is a energy shield thing, but we're not really going energy shield, we're going mostly life. For your helmet, you're definitely going to get the Ridiel's Veil, but that's for your hexproof immunity, which I already talked about. Amulet is whatever you can get. I crafted this weird thing where I actually got +1 physical skill gems, which helps definitely, because it is technically a lightning and physical skill gem, so it gets that +1, which definitely always want the +1s. We always want life. Increased spell damage helps. Mana regen is always good. From there, we definitely want a shield that has Shaper Influence and +1 maximum summon totems. Shaper Influence shields can also come with mana reservation for skill gems that are linked in it, which is, as we know, good, so that way we can reserve less of our mana and have more essential life. Always helps in the end. From there, a belt is just, we're just going yellows for belts, boots, gloves, rings. You just want mana, life, whatever you might need for intelligence, strength, or dexterity. Reservate, obviously elemental res, definitely always a good thing. I've gotten a lot of life per second regen. It helps a lot during a fight, especially if you run out of flasks. Always getting life. A few other nice additives. But beyond that, you can pretty much find anything you want for them, whatever you need. From there, I just run some simple flasks. There are probably better ones. I don't have anything currently better, but move speed's always nice. I just like to run around, because currently we're not running very much move speed type stuff, which kind of sucks. But usually you can try to get it on your boots. If you can get boots with good move speed and life regen, the reses that you want, by all means, go for it. From there, let's see. For Divine Ire, you want to have the anomalous one. Or at least personally, I like the anomalous one. It makes your beam width wider, which means you're going to cover more ground with it. It helps for clearing packs. That's about it. Faster casting. Unfortunately, I don't have the what's it called? The awakened one, damage, you're definitely going to want the awakened versions of added lightning. Controlled destruction, which I'm using controlled destruction. I prefer it because of the more spell damage. More spell damage is definitely better than additive. You're going to want the lightning pen one. I don't currently own it. You're going to want the faster casting one. Their bonuses at max level are just so freaking good. For lightning damage, you get a +1 to all your lightning skills. Controlled destruction, you get, I mean, quantity gives you increased spell damage, which is always nice. But at max level, I can't remember exactly what it gives you, but it's nuts. Same with lightning pen, I believe gives you exposure damage, which is just more damage tapped on, because why not? Faster casting, unfortunately I don't remember what faster casting is, but it's definitely good. The awakened gems are always better, even at base, than your max level normals. It's always worth it to grab the awakened ones if you can. From there, I just run Stone Golem, Herald of Thunder. Let's see, Vitality, of course, because your reservation is going to be so low, and not to mention from there you also have your Vitality has 100% increased mana reservation efficiency, helps a lot. Same thing with your Clarity, which, let's see, nope, not what I wanted to do. Your Clarity. Normally it does reserve a lot, but once you have your, if I can find it, which I cannot. There it is. So another 100% increased mana reservation efficiency. It's stupid good. I mean, when you barely reserve anything for your Clarity, 109 mana, I mean, that's nothing. That is nothing for the benefit. Not to mention your give me 1 second. Is it too loud or not loud enough? Oh, of course it does. Hopefully, I'm hoping that fixed it, but I'm not 100%. I'm kinda hoping for your response there. That's fair. Yeah, god damn it. Yeah, it was only fixed for a second because I unplugged my mic and replugged it. That's great. So there's a nice sound problem, and I don't know what it is. I love it. That makes things so amazing. Let's see if I can figure it out real quick. If not, I'm just gonna have to either end it or suffer. That makes it very unfortunate. I'm sorry. Realistically, that's what I get for not making sure this is all good beforehand. Hold on. Sorry, it's a yeah, it's just a headset setup. It's what the hell is the brand of this damn thing? I have it for years. It's the HyperX. Oh, I've been using it for a while. I've never had any problems, or I haven't had a lot of problems in Discord or anything. So usually I would just assume it was fine. I've definitely had that problem before. It's unfortunate that it's happening now. And yeah, I have it hooked up right to the back, like straight through the hookups. that's fair. As long as you can put up with it, I appreciate you being there, man. Hopefully you can put up with it enough to at least get something out of this. Is it at least, like, can you at least understand somewhat of what I'm getting at? Because either way, we are actually, I believe, we're moving on to the maps anyway. I mean, besides, just the auras that I'm running, which aren't really that crazy, or the molten shell with increased duration, just because might as well. And I usually run that on my move skill, because that way it just kind of at least I'm much louder than the buzz. I suppose that helps.
I must have time.
I guess audio quality will be something I need to work on. Alright. Well, let's get to running some maps, because I'm going to run a tier 16. I already looked at his stuff. You're definitely going to want to run specific maps. You're definitely not going to run anything that has no life regen, because that's kind of a lot of the build. you you really don't want the suppressed spell damage prevention, because that's kind of sucky. But at least it's just on us. When the mobs have it, it kind of sucks ass. Like, you're kind of all spell damage. But the fact that they already curse you with Enfeebled and Temp Chains, that means a 40% increased spell damage. Kind of hard to throw away that map. So, we'll run it. There's also a way better way to have your golems so they don't die as much. I'm literally just running it as the golem itself, so I kind of have to res him a lot. But that's beyond being a problem. Skip that for a second, clear out some of the surrounding. Definitely a build you want to keep your distance from. Yeah, I'm actually getting some major frame rate spikes. That's fair. Dude, my frames are kind of hurting at the moment. I'm not sure why. Oh, this is actually kind of annoying. Oh god, it's gotta be because I'm streaming. I just run Flame Dash, by the way. Flame Dash for a move skill, it's always good. Dude, I don't know why. I have all the, I have everything set so it shouldn't be that bad. I'm surprised it's that bad for you, I'm sorry. At the very least you can see the outcomes. But that's kind of disappointing. Oh, yep. That's what I get for not paying attention. Okay, that is some really bad frames per second there, huh? Let's see if I can change that a little at least. Though I don't think there's any way I could change that from being in it. Fair enough. I'm sorry. Yeah, unfortunately, being a new to streaming and not doing it very often, I don't have a lot of experience with fixing things like that. That kind of sucks though. At least I know where I need to work on for later. By the way, definitely a build you want to be careful with, because you can definitely get melted in seconds if you're not paying attention or standing in the middle of the pack. Yeah, now I'm watching it on my own. Oof, that is some rough frame per second. Oh my god. How is it that bad? You know, I probably need... Wonder if I could do this midstream or not. Let's see. No, no, I cannot. I can't change anything. We're just gonna roll with it for now. But don't worry. I mean, any questions, definitely ask. At the very least, I'm hoping the information at least gets by. Gameplay is gonna suck, sadly.
I must have time to gather my will.
I think the worst part about my current build is I have to run connectivity, the curse that I'm running, and I have to run it manually rather than like on hit or any other way, purely because I'm too lazy to fix it and find a better way. Let's see, what do they got for sale here? Alright. Did you use the Streamlabs OBS, or was it something else? Because unfortunately I can't change bit rates. I know that much. Because I'm looking at it right now and it won't let me change the bit rate at least. But I could probably... Can I change audio? That'd be nice. No, I can't change shit. I'm also surprised there's actually a 20-minute delay. There shouldn't be a 20-minute delay. I thought there... or a 20-second delay. I thought I changed that down to... way lower than that. Oh, my bad. I'm bad at reading things. 2,500, wow. Oh, that kind of sucks. But alright, that's fair. It's funny because this isn't like a competitive game. I'm not going to get stream sniped. You think it wouldn't matter with that kind of, like, the whole delay thing. But whatever. Yeah, PoE is definitely not a very optimized game. Oh, I thought you said both can be done without restarting. I'm just bad at reading, don't mind me. Probably dyslexic. But might as well run the maps that I have for the streams that I decided to randomly get going. Might as well finish it out. I also really appreciate all the input you're giving me, man. Like, definitely gonna help me out for future streams. Ooh, you know what would help after dying? Putting on my auras. Aw, man, I appreciate it. And hey, if you're willing, I do have my own Discord that we do mostly just gaming in general. We have a few different sections. Path is not a very big one, but we do have a few that play. A lot of it's mostly paladins and whatever the other one that I can't think of the name is, Rocket League. But we do have a decent sized group. But yeah, I'll definitely hit you up about it. Because it's something I definitely have a lot of time that I can put into this. And I do find it fun. At the very least entertaining. Gives me something to do on my time off. Yeah. Free chaos. You know, I can't go wrong with those. Might as well grab that shit, cause fucking why not? Oh, dude, that would be freaking sick. Considering I have no idea how tech works. Well, I'd say maybe 20%. I will never claim to be good at anything technology-wise. I think... was there something I'm missing? There's a monument in there. Where's that? Monolith. Duh. Wrong word. Whatever. I hate how slow this build is. I have like no move speed whatsoever. It's a good thing it works. The worst part is technically it's supposed to be a bossing build. But my damage is kind of trash at the moment. Let's run some weird... I know this mechanic's really not that popular, but I just run it for the shits and giggles. Or at least, I don't run ranged enemies. I will only run melee if I can help it. Range isn't bad, but melees with the whole taunt nonsense, it kinda makes it hard for them to kill you. So might as well just get the bonus shit. Some nice maps, cause why not? I don't. Oh, I still have one ritual left. That's kind of nice. Yeah, haha. Need to jump. Oh god, this thing. These mobs are super annoying. Oh, Rock, please protect me. Why are these things so tough? Just die. Please die. Oh yeah. That's quality killing right there. That's fair. You know, I appreciate you very much for that. There's not enough people like you. So I actually just joined a whole like community for Twitch streamers, but unfortunately, I'm streaming on YouTube. But I've never really been big on it as much as I would like to be. Oh no. Okay. Everything's fine. Oh boy. Hate when the enemies throw pizzas at you. Just grab that. Splinters are a little hard to come by, I guess. Grab some alts, cause why not? I mean, I don't really care about deferring anything. I just don't. How unfortunate. Being nice doesn't get you very far, does it? Ooh, hello. Oh boy. Alright, you can die now. There you go. Ooh. That's not the worst unique to drop. Are you still alive? Okay. Ah, this is why I love melee enemies. What are they gonna do? I'll just keep taunting them. Still more than 50, eh? Where did I miss? I also really want to run. I should really be running Molten Shell on a cast on damage taken. Just for, it's really only there for when I'm about to like get one shot or bursted down. My roommate gave me this idea, which it's definitely cheaper on the whole skill gem slots and all that. But beyond that, it kind of is annoying because I can't have it when I need it. It's there more often, but it's not always there for those few seconds that I might need it, and that's the scary part. And I got lucky and got a portal skill gem, because I don't like using my portals for that. Turn them into alts like a normal human. But that is essentially my build. Unfortunately, because of the whole, bad quality of the stream, I think I'm probably gonna end it here. Just because I don't feel as though it's worth going on, especially if I've already gone this far and didn't realize it was as bad as it is. But hopefully the point of the build gets across and people can actually make use of it. That would be more than enough for me. Just get rid of all this nonsense. What's just this thing going for anyway? Only a chaos? Yeah, that's about right. Let's see, this is where my... where's my random shit go? Ooh. Let's see what I get. Maybe I'm lucky. Oh. Huh. That's pretty neat, actually. How much is this thing worth? Alright, that's not terrible. I can't complain on that. That's cool. And a little low on the armor, but whatever. I'll definitely keep that around.
I must have time to gather my will.
But hey, that is the build as I have it. Thank you for coming out, even though the stream isn't that good. Definitely be working with Firebun Bun to hopefully fix this up.